idea for drive-through Jamba Juice. And one person actually told me I think I'm going to do it. So be surprised if don't be surprised if it actually works out, inshallah. So I'll give you guys another idea. Another idea I have yet to see, but I think can be very valuable to me. Imagine you made a product and you throw it up on Amazon, or you put it up on an app store, and you're selling the product. How would you get people to download your product or to buy your product from Amazon? What do you guys do when you want to purchase this product? If you see something from Amazon, what's your name, brother? Farhan. You see a product from Amazon that has, you're looking for a book. There's a bunch of books on the same subject. What's one of the things you look for when you look for something on Amazon? Read the reviews. What if it has 0 reviews? Skip to the next. What about an app? Same situation? What about a guy selling a product on eBay? Same. He has 0 sales. It's an amazing deal on a laptop, but he has 0 sales. Somebody has to be his first sale, right? Somebody has to buy the book for the first time. But if no one's bought it yet, then this guy's never going to go anywhere because it'll be the exact same situation. It's always going to be a 0. Somebody has to be the person who buys the 1. So this initial start is such a big push, biggest, most difficult step to move forward. Once he gets his ball rolling, gets the first 25 reviews on his app, then people like Farhan, myself, will start buying it, become 26, 27, then it's just like a snowball effect. So when you make a product, you're selling something, no matter if it's an app, eBay, you need a springboard, a jump. What about a company that helps you get review product? Even if you have a restaurant, you have something like Yelp. If I can get 10 people in the Orange County area to come to your restaurant, they're going to eat your food, they're all going to get comped by you for free, they're going to do the review, and then they'll get 10 reviews on Yelp about your product. This is very, very high value to you because you just went from 0, as Farhan says, to people like himself that actually buy your product. So what about a website company that goes out there and helps you move past to 10, 20, and you charge these people for that? I have a database of 50 people. I got 25 eBay guys who buy products. I got 50 people on Amazon, have Amazon accounts. I have a whole bunch of people on iPhones and Android market. They'll download your app, just do free stuff. For them, why would the people do this? Why would the 50 people on your list do this? They get free stuff. I get free books, I get free apps, I go to free food at the restaurants. All I gotta do is tell me what I think of, get paid by the provider. 20 reviews, which is so valuable because without these 20 reviews, people like Farhan and myself would never buy. There's another idea. So if you start a company like this, you guys with your phones. Okay. Okay, so now we have a Jamba Juice first, and then we're going to hopefully see Amazon review or review of stuff next. Anyways, the next speaker, I have also a good relationship with him as well, and he's very, very smart. He's one of those guys that just have a hard time doing. Most of us have that full-time job. He fired his boss. He decided to work for himself and became a very successful entrepreneur. So I saw this talent in him before he did that, and he started off as starting off with SEO. He said, "Aliyah, I'm going to take your business, my matchmaking website. When I first launched, I was on page 32, I think. So you're getting our Google search results, you're trying to get page 5, page 4. I'm on page 32. I quickly realized, paid him, and said, get me up. And if you can get me up on a certain page, I'll even give you a bonus. He eventually got me to, on keywords, I think it was page 2 and page 1. And you know, for those who are matchmaking website, there's 100 plus of them. And they all have SEO people. So if you want to be, so I found that as very valuable. I think this guy has a very, very bright future. So mashallah, it's no surprise that he's actually gone up and he's going to be the one that's going to give us, because this is something that people pay, you pay consultation for something like this, but he's going to give it to you for free. So take advantage of it. Please listen closely. Without any further ado, up next is Yusuf Chakra.
Raise your hand, please, real quick. 1, 2, 3. What about Facebook? Google? LinkedIn? Okay. From this morning, hashtag BBN event, which means when I have the presenter, Brother Bara, and Nadir, we have shared and put the BBN event hashtag. Why? Because when people looking for that kind of information, it's going to be attached to this organization. Does that make sense? Google Tips. Anybody looking for Google Tips? If you share those tips today, and someone's going to find it, they'll call you back. That's my Twitter handle, and that is the Barakah Business Network Twitter handle. If you want to give them a shout out or add anything you learned today within the tips, they'll be highly appreciated. Okay? And before we continue, I know you guys, I mentioned this on your table, when you get a time to pitch, and if you're that customer for that person, or if you know a refer for that person, or if you're an investor, please use this as a follow-up. Okay? Can you guys have this clearly? Still want the mic. Okay. All right. No problem. So let's start. Okay. How to rank in Google? Woohoo! Before we continue, that's my Instagram account, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my LinkedIn, and my Pinterest. If you want to connect with me, just look up on my name, connect with me, ask me any question anytime, and that is my personal cell phone number. I usually don't give that out. For those who took my business card, you will see that number is not there. Because I trust you guys. Morning. I'm not going to answer. Okay? But you're more than welcome to do that. That's my website. Currently, it's actually down right now because I'm doing some redesigning. But you can still go there and see what's going on. Before I move forward, how many of you here have a website that they built it by themselves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. What about the rest? Do you have a website that you didn't build it, but you hired somebody else to build it for you? Anybody has a website? That's it? I have a website. Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You guys need to have a website, okay? Because that's like a business. That's where your customers will find you. What I'm going to share today, there's going to be a lot of practical steps and stuff. It might be a little bit boring because I know Brother Nadir, you covered almost 90% of the strategies. Thank you, Brother Nadir. Okay, but make sure you implement those. How can you rank forward? You need to understand why Google is so important. Do you all agree why Google is important, right? Well, first of all, 93% of online experience began with the search. That means when somebody opens the laptop or goes to any browser, the first thing they do before they go to Facebook or Twitter is that they search. Does that make sense? They actually search. What does that mean to you? You as a business owner, what does it mean to you? If people are 90% searching, you want to be right, you want to be found. What if you're not found?
You're not going to get business.
Right, you're like on the ground or something, right? Mm-hmm. If you're not being found, you're not going to get the business, correct? Then 97% of the consumers search for product and services online. Like Brother Nadir said before, who in this room actually look for services by opening the yellow pages? I'm so nursery home books. There's maybe 1 out of 10, but it's still. I don't understand why they still keep printing that stuff. Killing more trees. Poor trees. Okay? Online search is the #1 drive of traffic to your website. When people search for products and services, that's how you get traffic. Okay? And of course, 75% don't even go to the second page, which means you have to do the first page. Does that make sense? Why you have to do the first page? We go to the second. Your customers come through search. Now, can I ask you this question? How do people, or in what device or devices, people used to search? You thought you could say desktop, what else? They go to the desktop to search for some stuff, right? What's the second thing? Laptop, right? What's the third thing? Smartphones. More than 60% they search into an iPad. Better yet, your website has to be mobile friendly. Do you understand what I mean by mobile friendly? I'm going to give you some example of bad user experience. Because when we talk later about SEO or search engine optimization, it's not about the technical side. It's also, again, what Brother Mahdi said, it's about the copy, about the message, about the emotion, plus the technical side on the back end. And if they do this, look, if they do this, right? To watch the website, that's called bad user experience. You're going to give them a concussion of the fingers. You don't want them like, that customer service, right? You don't want that. You want to have a website that scrolls up and down easily. Okay? Any questions? Are we good? I guess the food maybe made you guys like tired. Come on, guys, wake up. All right, so that's most of your consumers services to a laptop or mobile device. Last year, 2013, there were more shipments, 3 times than laptop for what? For iPads. Okay, that's consumers. Consumers are doing this right now. That means your customers are where? Using the mobile-based sites. But the responsive-based design, you know what is responsive-based design? Anybody knows responsive-based design?
That fits itself with the size of the screen.
Yes, the whole design will shrink or be responsive to the frame of that particular device, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone. And you have to make sure that your website has that technology. Because when it comes to that mobile website, you have 2 versions. You have the responsive based and you have mobile size. When you build and it can fit those mobile devices. This is your website. Okay, this is your website. And then he was saying it looks pretty nice, Mustang, right? But there's one thing missing. There's one thing missing, and this is very amazing because I do see a lot of expensive websites for like $5,000, $10,000. Very beautiful, very flashy, very nice looking. Building a website, we have to understand who is our target market. Today, when I was asking a lot of people here, when I asked a lot of brothers and sisters, you're here for networking, I understand that. But who is your target market? Who are you trying to target? If I sell cupcake as a business, can I target real estate agents? No. Could be the wedding folks, could be folks that like cupcakes. Does that make sense? This is very, very important. The message applied on your site. For example, if I'm a dentist and I build a website for customers, but for the teeth and whatnot, I'm not going to put cars and bikes and camels on a website that has no relation to what the customer is looking for. Are you guys getting this? Because we're talking about concept right now. So this is your website. And most of the websites don't even have a basic search engine optimization applied to it. Because most of us don't understand how we behave. We all use Google, right? Following services, we all use Google. So you have to think, what does the customer do? What do you look for? For example, you go or not. You do a development for products, like apps and different products, right? So what do you think your customer is going to type in Google to find you? What do you tell the customer should? I want every this nice. So look at this nice. No, don't say what is this. Okay, I learned this from one of my business associates back in San Antonio. She actually did this and I'm copying her. Okay? Everyone seeing this thing, don't say what it is, just say, just look at it. Okay? Everyone see this? Everyone? Okay, now, at a count of 3, I want all of you to say it at the same time. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, y'all. That's like what, 20 answers for one single thing? What does that mean? You know what is this? If all of you want to search for this in Google, what are you going to type? Flash drive, thumb drive, toe drive, right? Memory stick, finger stick. So many questions, so many answers for one single thing. Now imagine what your product. How many searches for your product? So we have to understand how our consumers, what do they? Because we want to be found. We want to be found for what they're looking for. Does that make sense? So that's why the keyword research comes in. And I'll talk about that too, okay? Any questions so far? You all good? You know, I like to ask a lot of questions, so if the answer is not right, don't worry about it. All right. All these definitions, I don't care about it. To make it simple, SEO, all it means that when your customer look for you, whether you provide a service, whether you provide a product, you show up for his result. And to do that, you have to make some changes on the back end of the website. You have to make some changes like the coding, you have to change it, words that they're focusing on, images must have. Okay? Any question here so far? You guys are genius. Now, why search engine or SEO specifically is very important. Like Brother Ali was talking before. If you have a product, you want to sell it, you have a website. If you don't get any traffic, there's no sale. Now, traffic is not the only thing that is important. All traffic is not equal. All traffic not equal. I was still class called Mission Golf Cars, I believe. Mission Golf Cars. You know golf cars? Since I don't think it's golf. He hired a company to do an SEO for his website, and I believe they did. And within a few months, of course, it takes some time to build that momentum. He's such a good bottom. His website like instantaneous. But remember, guys, golf carts, right, or golf carts. What do you think happened here? Why would they visit, like let's say 100, 200 visitors per day, but they leave his website right away? What do you think would happen there? Can somebody just guess? True, but what they were looking for, the shot of his son's website.
Carts versus golf.
You're close. Close. Used cars, new cars. Has no relation to the business. Somebody looking for a used car, used car or brand new, they're finding a golf car website. That's not Honda. So you have to select careful what are you going to put. So search is so important because it helps you rank your website on Google search. It helps you to get targeted traffic, not just any traffic. If I sell wedding cakes, I want people that do wedding cake business to find me. I don't want anybody else to find me. Does that make sense? It helps you grow. Let's say Orange County mobile app developer. Somebody's typing that because they're looking for an Orange County mobile app developer. Pretty simple, right? But if you just say app developer, that could mean anything. Okay? It helps you get targeted traffic and grow your business, and of course you can measure the result. So a website with an SEO is like a car with an engine with a wheel. Any questions so far? You guys taking this information? Like, I know sometimes it hurts, right? It's too much for your brain. Alright, so SEO checklist. So what you need to do first. If you have a website, this is what you need to do first. Keyword research. You have to find out what your customers are typing to look for your product and services. So you start with the keyword research. So I'm going to share with you. Second, analyze by type. Orange County. I don't show up, but I have like 10 other websites showing up. You need to analyze them. You need to analyze them and find out how many links they have, what kind of keywords they're using. Where are they submitting their information? Are they doing a guest blogging? Are they doing press release? Are they doing YouTube videos? Are they active in social media? Then pick top relevant keywords. If you have 10 pages on your website, when you do a keyword research, you will find when you find that is pick the most relevant. Forget the numbers, forget the competition. What keywords are extremely relevant to me in what I provide and the service. And not just that, also look for keywords that solve problems. Like the weight loss program, right? People that are into nutrition, they provide like weight loss products. You're not going to only use weight loss product. Do you know what people go through before? Do you guys know what else they go through in terms of the problems? Depression. How to deal with depression. How to remove depression. That's a blog post for you there. Does that make sense? You have to look at the problems, because once you solve the problem, that's how you make money. So you're doing the keyword research, you found like 800, you minimize that to 200. You have 10 pages, you pick top 10. Because you are going to use them on Facebook, YouTube videos, and push all the back to your site. Then make every page on your website for SEO. I would say maybe 1 out of 50 websites that are optimized. It's hilarious. I'm like, wow, all these websites are not even optimized. You need to make sure you do that. And I'm going to explain to you later on what I mean by that. Set up your Google Analytics and Webmaster Tool. If you have a website, you must set up those two things. It's free. Also, those you don't offer so many amazing free tools. So once you set up your website, make sure you submit it to Google Analytics and Webmaster Tool. Because the Analytics will give you an idea. So let's say you're doing your SEO campaign, your social media campaign, your content marketing. You're pushing all this content, being very active in social media. You need to find out if people are visiting my site or not, right? You need to find out where they're coming from. What are they typing, unfortunately, right now, typing from? Like, what do they type? Are they coming from YouTube? Are they coming from Facebook? What other variation of keywords? For some reason, Google picked my website. And the Webmaster Tool will actually tell you if you have an issue with your website. If there's a malware attacking your website, or if SEO is not done properly. You might have some duplicate content that you need to remove it before they penalize you. When you finish building your site, you have to submit it, what we call it, the site submission. You have to submit it to Google. Soft pages. Then you will research, analyze your competitor, you optimize your pages on your website, then come with a link building strategy. Now, search engine takes time. I mean, with HalfRD, it took us what, like 8 months, 9 months to get to that kind of traffic. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time. I'm going to accomplish it. Am I going to submit a press release from my new website? Am I going to guest blogging on another niche within my industry that has tons of followers? But you don't want to do it for the sake of link building because that's something Google doesn't like. You want to do it for the sake of exposure and getting traffic back to your site. How many times I'm going to blog? Because if you guys know this, if you have a website, content, post, how many times the spider will come back and read that content within a month? You throw me a number.
2.
2. Who does this 2? The spider will come back and read it twice if you have no updated content. Anybody else? Do you agree with Hutam? Right? No? It's actually 1 or. There's a store. You have to every week you have to change that, cucumber and tomatoes and salad and everything, right? The website is the same thing. The more activity, Google is noticing. Something's happening here. Let's go check it out. Okay, let's go check it out and index this website again. Then focus on content marketing and social media. Social media and search engine cannot be separated. Right now, Google actually listens to the conversation in Twitter. So whatever you tweet, they listen to it. They call it social signal. YouTube, very powerful. As you can see with Film, it just went like crazy. They listen to that kind of stuff. Blog, they listen to that kind of stuff. And for the content, that means blogging. Right now, what I'm very, very excited about, with iPhone, we have the Siri, the voice recognition, and like the search, the voice search. With Google, we have a Google Now, right? If you have a Chrome browser, you can actually talk to the browser now. I can say Orange County. For that, I'm very excited. I'm going to bring a tool that shows how many voice search been done for a particular product or service. Does that make sense? So when you make your YouTube videos, make sure you have the caption on, make sure you take the transcript, because that's what Google does with the Webmaster Tool videos. The spider will read the content, and you put it in the blog post. Then, after you do all this thing, track, measure, and adjust. So you have a 6-month plan. After 3 months, check and see what's happening. Use what Brother Nadir taught previously on how to collect, right? Collect names, get target traffic, and collect names, the funnel, right? Normally they do that. So this is your SEO checklist. This is what you need to do. If you have a website right now, you got to start with the keyword research. You have to look at your competitors, okay? Because you do want to get what? More what? He does, custom deck and patio for house. Started also like 4 months ago. Coach him on how to just do blog. Just blog every week. And use social media. And now he's getting like 6 to 4 calls every week. His project like $3,000 to $4,000 or $6,000 project. Just by using simple steps. He optimized every blog post. He shares it, he puts images and forward. Keyword. That's the most challenging task that everyone faces. Because everyone goes to Google Keyword Planner, pick any keyword, and spend 6 months, and they rank for this keyword, but they never get conversion. Why? Because those keywords were too general. If I sell cars, as an example, if I sell cars, I cannot use the word cars on my website because that is highly competitive. Now, that doesn't mean I cannot rank for it, but it will take me forever. It might take me about. I specialize in selling Honda cars. Can I call myself Honda car dealer? Is that still general? What do you guys think? It's still general, right? Because if I'm in Orange County, how many Honda car dealers in Orange County? A lot. Correct? Maybe I can use Orange County Honda car dealer. Maybe on the homepage, yes. But I want to use something else more specific. Those kind of keywords will have, if you notice, it will have them on. Okay, let's say 10,000 search Honda cars, right? Compared to let's use blue 2014 Accord. It might have 100 search per month. So which keyword are you going to pick? Which one? The first one or the second one? The second one. Even though the second one has a low volume, but the conversion is on the same. Okay, that's what it's called. That's what short tail and long tail means. Long means more than 3 or 4 words. Short means 1 or 2 words. Okay, is that concept clear? High volume, low conversion. Good volume, low volume, high conversion. Okay. All right. Purpose-based keywords. There are some keywords that will not bring you customers and they won't give you any conversion, like navigational keywords. Someone looking for iPhone, they're typing iPhone, they're typing Nikon or Canon. It could mean anything. It does not mean I'm going to buy your product. Informational keyword. Honda, how to, put a new tire. They're looking for blog posts. Talk about how to tire, and there you can put the company's information. So if they don't want to do it by themselves, they can come to you. But the most important thing is the last one. Look at the last one. Buy textbooks online or online clothes shop. That's very specific. That means somebody wants to buy it. That's what they put the word buy. Does that make sense? So keyword, this keyword. 20 million hits, I'm going to use that. Where do you think it's going to convert? So you have to focus on that. Transactional keyword. So these are the tools that you can use to do a keyword research. Google Keyword Planner is free. If you have a Gmail account, you can just go to do a search for Google Keyword Planner and use that software. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It will just cost you your time. The rest of them are paid version. The SM Spy tool, I think keyword like only 100. But the keyword Spy, they also have a limited free version. So for instance, if I look at Rackspace or Dell, I want to find out how much Dell is paying for Google AdWords. Keyword Spy will tell you how much they're paying, what kind of keyword they're using, what kind of ads they're creating, and how that's going to help you. If you know that Rackspace or Dell or IBM or this big company, how can that help you? Yes, use those keywords or get some ideas on how to use the same copy, the same context, the same analogy, because they're making it. You can change it a little bit. That's what they call it, keyword spy. Market Samurai is attached to Google AdWords. You only pay once. You pay like $99 and that's it. The difference between this and this one will take you to figure out what you're looking for. Market Samurai, on the other hand, if I spend 2 hours to do a really good keyword research, Market Samurai, I can spend 30 minutes. It gives you the keyword. It even tells you if a certain keyword gets 100 visits per day, what's the potential possibility of your website to get 50 clicks? They tell you that. Plus, also look at to see where did they put the keyword, or if this keyword if you can actually outrank them or not. Okay, so these are some of the tools we use. Some of the competitor analysis. If you want to analyze a competitor, go to OpenSiteExplorer.org. Put their website. It will tell you how many links they have, what kind of keywords, what kind of press release they are getting linked from. Okay? Alexa, of course, it was bought by Google. They give you some sort of ranking. Marketing awesome tools as well, free. You can check out to look at your competitors. Like if I'm typing Orange County Internet Web Designer and Hutan is not coming up, there's a problem. But Brother Hutan sees all the other coming up. Now he can use this tool to find out what made those websites to come up in that mind. So when you look at them, based on what they're doing, you can apply the same technique. Or so after, you guys good? I see someone's gonna lose their hair. Okay. On-site SEO. When you do search engine optimization, there is two techniques. One is called on-site, and the second one is called off-site. On-site means
Site.
inside the website. Yay! Oh, look at that. So basically, it's a technique that includes not just the keyword. People think, oh, it's you upside from the back end. That means there's no broken links, too many depths, too many this code, because that's going to make the crawler miss some point. So the design on the back end has to be properly created. The pages must have keywords. The images, when you upload an image, if you upload an image of an elephant, you shot an elephant with your camera, right? And you upload to your laptop, usually it will say something like dbmd something.jpg, correct? You don't want to upload it like that. Who reads that? Give it a name. If it's an elephant, don't say it's horse, just say it's an elephant and upload it to your website. So your image must have a keyword. Did anybody do a search for images in Google Image? Anybody Google has the website? Like real estate investors, you can do the same thing. You get traffic through image search. Then you also have to put something called alt text. This is for blind folks. You have to have our blind folks because blind people go to the internet. Yes, it's true. Trust me, it's really true. They go to the internet and they search and they do a lot of stuff. So if your image does not have a name, it's hard for them to know what it is. Give it a name, help them out. Do the keyword research, you have to do on-site SEO properly. That's where a lot of work happens. That's why SEO specialists will charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month. Okay, that's the regular rate. So this is a keyword San Antonio real estate. Okay, this section here, you guys know the yellow section? These are the ad section. This is something where you pay Google and real estate. I'm going to take Google AdWords 24 to 40 hours. But what I'm talking about today is mostly organic. Because if you come up on the first page organically, it doesn't matter how many times you click, you're going to get customers. So here, you will see the blue color, bolded, it says San Antonio Real Estate for this website. This is called title tag. This is the title tag on the home page. So if you have a home, about, services, blog, contact, each own unique word-based title tag. Does that make sense? So on the first one, I will say San Antonio Real Estate. That's the home page. Now, on the service page, if I specialize in real estate investing, I would say San Antonio Real Estate Investments Agent. It's not the same keyword. You don't want to use San Antonio Real Estate on every page. You don't want to duplicate that. You want to have every page a unique keyword. That's why some pages take that content there. If there's no content, this is your name and your email address. What kind of keyword are you going to put there? You're going to put foreclosure homes. Because if you find that website and it says contact us, it makes no sense. So the keyword has to be relevant, but they all have to be unique, not the same. Some people, what they do, they pick one keyword like San Antonio real estate and they rephrase it. Like real estate in San Antonio. Or realtor in San Antonio. Does that make sense? I prefer that you should. On the whole. And so that is called meta tag. Basically what it means, a brief description of what that page is about. The keyword on the title tag helps you with the SEO. That means it helps you with the ranking. The spider looks at it, it helps you to push on the first page. But the meta description does not help you with ranking, just to let you know. The meta description helps you to explain to the visitor what that order particular page is about with some sort of call to action, like call this number, call us now, or why they have to visit that site. Okay? And it's the same rule. The same rule. Every page, the about page, the service page, the blog page, must have their own unique meta description. Okay? This is the basic. Offsite is link building. That means when the website is ready, I do a press release about my website. I can blog, I do a guest blogging somewhere else, but it has to be very relevant. Because Google, unfortunately, they're boobies. Google is booby. I mean, they can do whatever they want. Sometimes, I don't know if you ever guys heard of black hat SEO, gray hat SEO. Anybody heard that? Black hat, gray hat, colorless hat? Okay. Give us some argument too. No. Okay. So what you need to do right now, for instance, 4 or 5 years ago, if you write an article on article website like Go article or Easy article, you could have getting some traffic. Google right now de-ranked article website. And recently, they actually penalized a website called myguestblog.com. Essentially, they go to myguestblog.com and they were sharing guest blogging material, but for some reason, Google penalized it. Just because Google penalized it, that doesn't mean that they were doing it wrong. Does that make sense? So for now, your focus really has to be, how can I optimize the content? And if I build a link, you have to be very, very careful. You have to be very careful. You can do with a press release. If you know somebody personally, like here in our network, if you know somebody here that do blogging in your industry, have them traffic, exposure. And you can do the same. So that's what link building is. You can use social media, you can use YouTube videos, you can use document sharing site, slide share site, as many as you can. And point them back, not just to your homepage. For example, let's say Bob Ali wrote an article, a blog post on his film blog about me, on how I teach SEO stuff. And people are reading it, and there's a keyword that says how to learn SEO. People click on it. Where do you think the link should go? Should it go to my homepage or somewhere else on my website? Somewhere else. Very careful, because he provided content, and in the keyword learn how to use SEO. I don't want to point that keyword back to my homepage. I'm going to point it to my blog post of that topic. That's content. You're linking content from content. That is fine. That is okay. And sometimes, yes, you can point it back to my home site. You just have to balance. Anyone there on the outside SEO? Outside of the link. I just have a keyword. If I have, say, homofilms.com about, instead of about, I can put Muslim shows, a keyword right there. Why? Because the spider reads that keyword as well. And that page itself has a lot of shows about, Muslim resources. Title tags, you have to put keyword-based title tags on every. If you have 10 pages, what's going to happen? You have to do the word 110 for every blog post. Okay? And a meta description. Make sure you give every page a description. Now, the limitation of the title tag, it should not exceed 70 characters. Okay? It should not exceed 70 characters. The description of every page should not exceed 160 or 159. Here, use word to the website based on the WordPress platform. I do that because to optimize your website, they have some tools that can help you. So you don't have to give it to the developer, because for the developer, they have to use code, like HTML code and CSS code, and you don't know that. So use a website built on WordPress, use this plugin called WordPress SEO plugin by Yoast. Like toes, instead of T, it's Y. use this tool, and that tool will help you page on. It will tell you if you are missing, if you're making mistakes. Okay? Keyword rich density. This feature might be removed from Google. I have some rumors, but they haven't decided yet. So what does keyword rich density mean? If you have a 300 words in a blog post or a page, how many times your keywords that you're focusing on mention? That matters. Because if it only mentioned once, that's bad. If it mentioned too many times, you might get penalized. There's something called keyword density. And the density should not go below 1%, and it should not go above 3%. That should be between 1 and 3. And that tool that I talked about, SEO plugin by Yoast, can help you with that. So if you have like 1,000 words, it will tell you how many times you should mention that. Okay? Anchor text, that's the same example like Baba Ali or that. You can do it internally, and you can do it off the site. What do you mean by internally? If I have the about page, and you're reading the about page, in the middle of the about page it says, if you want to contact us, you will click contact, that is hyperlinked to your contact page. That's an anchor text within your website. Internal link really matters. You have to build internal link on your site. From the home page, go to the contact page. From different blog posts to another blog. From the service page to else. You have a product, you have a news. Yes, that's like a refer. Like in real life, you know how we refer to other people? If you refer to more business, who's going to like you? The community, right? If you refer to a lot of businesses, they're going to know you, they're going to like you, they're going to consider you as an authority because you keep referring to a lot of people, right? So that's what outbound is. But if you do that with the changes, a lot of your outbound links have something called no follow tag. Use something called no follow tag. And that's in the tool. Page speed, yes, your website has to be very, very fast. If it's slow, it will harm your SEO. So don't ever upload videos to your site. Upload your videos to like YouTube, Vimeo, LibTV, and use their system and embed this code in your site because your website has to be fast. You don't want to upload huge images. It should be 72 something dpi, and don't upload an image a megabyte. It should be like in kilobytes because your website has to be very fast. Alt text, that's the one where for the black box you have to put the keyword on the pages. Sitemap, robots.txt, that basically means if I don't want the spider to index certain page on my site, I can do that. For instance, contact us. There's nothing there. There's no content to come there and index. So there's nothing there to index. It doesn't have to do anything. So I can put that rule and tell the spider, stop here, I don't need to index this page, just move on. Google Authorship is a new feature. If you have Google Plus, you should have Google Authorship. And the benefit of that Google Authorship, when you do guest blogging or you blog on your own website and somebody copies it, what happens? I copy the blog post and I post it in my Word document. My name will show up with this document. And Google knows that you are the original author. So that way you can protect yourself. And the last one is H1 title. So if you have a blog post that has title number 1, paragraph, title number 2, paragraph, that's what it means. If you put the keyword there, the spider reads it. Okay? So all these process, brothers and sisters, is on-site SEO. You have to do it for every page. Okay? A lot of work, right? Alright. Then of course, Google Analytics and the Webmaster Tool, you have to measure. You have to measure what's happening. You need to have off-site SEO. Whew. So this is where a lot of work comes in. Your website is ready, it's fully optimized, you have the proper words, you have the lead generation system up there, you have the free offer, right? You have the proper language, and now you have to work on link building, right? How many links I'm getting, it matters. If you get more links, it's like a vote. Any links coming back to you, that's like a vote. If I'm going back to cupcake business and I get 200 backlinks from dating site, there's something wrong. Okay? And we're going to notice that, like, why this irrelevant site pointing back to this website that has no relation. Occasionally, yes, you can come from there, but the majority cannot. It has to be relevant. Press release is okay. Blog is okay. Industry-based. I have a client where I set up a site for him called Training Landlords. He set up a membership site where people, landlords, can learn how to be a landlord. So his situation, we approach different sites that will have sites that are in the same industry. They have a high ranking, according to Google. They have a lot of content. We want to approach them and ask for permission, can we submit the content? We submit the content, then we did the strategy, like how I use the strategy with Ali, is to point back to another blog on his site. Okay? Link building process. And those quality of the link matter. That means the link that is coming to you, if it's from university, pretty amazing. If you guys still have connection with the university, and they have like a newsletter or an article section, they have a follow an article section, make sure they're writing about you, because a link coming from .edu or .government will boost you big time. For instance, if I get a link, like Brother Farhan, if you get the link from New York Times, man, you don't even need 200 links from any other site. That's enough, because it's a high ranking authority site. But if a link coming from Yusuf, who just blogs, doesn't have enough ranking, it's still okay, but it will not boost him as much as coming from New York Times. It's like Donald Trump party. And everyone's going to look at me, right? But if you dive into my name, right, who's that guy, right? So that's the same idea.
So ranking, you will get a ranking.
Yes. And of course, make sure keyword-based anchor text. That means if you have somebody write for you, tell them, hey, can you use this keyword to point back to my site, or use my brand name, or use click here. Press release, you can submit your press release about your new website. Email marketing, this is what Brother Nadeem talked about. What he's talking about today about the lead generation and email marketing. This is one of the mistakes, and I'm glad that actually Brother Nadeem brought up this important subject. When you get 300 visitors to your website and you're not capturing them, what the heck are you doing? You have to capture those 300 leads. I mean, people are visiting your website, 300 every day. They're visiting. You have to capture them. And how would you capture them? It's a quiz time right now because he gave response this morning. How would you capture those leads? Huh? Yes. Free offers. I call it. Oh! Okay. I'm going to change that word. I'm going to say my own language now. Okay? Not just free. I don't actually, to be honest with you, I don't like the word free. It devalues what I would call it at no cost. At no cost material, right? A value. What is it? When somebody says added value, what does added value mean? Okay, when you say added value, what does it mean really? Let's break it down. What is added value? What is important to them? Make it attractive, creative. Provide benefits. Good answer. There's no wrong or right. Good answers. Let's be more specific. Provide a high, valuable, amazing, wowing content that benefits them. Does that make sense? That benefits them, that makes them money, that changes the situation. If I say, learn learn technique on how to lose 100 pounds in 2 seconds. Put your name and email address. Put down like, whoo, thousands of this every day, right? People that are looking for that solution, does that make sense? So you have to provide something of high value, growing material that will benefit and change the status quo, and change the situation. That's what value means. What can I put out there that if they learn and apply, you'll be like, wow, I applied this and it worked. That's what you guys need to go to these websites. Out 10 because the stuff that he has, I mean, is going to blow up your mind, okay? That's very, very important. In your situation, you focus on the market where you build apps and product for startups. How about if you make an eagle, a white paper, an audio that says how to successfully take your product from 0 to hero? Right? In 30 days. In 60 days. So people that are looking for that solution, wow, this guy has something to say, let me check it out. Okay? Local issue directory. I don't know whether you talked about Yelp. If you have an actual store, an attorney, make your website on Google Places, Yelp, Foursquare, Yahoo Directory, because millions of customers go to those places to look for bargaining services. Online advertising, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, web forums. If you have a specific niche, let's say I'm into SEO forums, I go there. When people see that I'm providing value, that teaching them, helping them, what happens? They come back to my site. Right? Because you always have to be giving. Always have to be giving. Guest blogging, even though Google doesn't like it anymore, I would say it still works, just be very careful how you do it. Search engine directory, that means you submit to Bing, you submit to Google, you submit to Yahoo Directory, and content marketing, blog really matters. I don't know how much I can emphasize, but from certain, but from audience. The audience wants to learn constantly, wants to know what's new. Can somebody tell me what kind of blog post, let's say, Brother Farhan, I want to pick on you, what kind of blog you can talk about or write about? How to get project funded, or how to blog post, right? Case studies, customer stories, success stories, do's and don'ts. Does that make sense? But you do this on a weekly basis. A lot of work. But the end result is like a tipping point. Yes?
What's the ratio do you suggest in blog posts for videos and text-based blog?
Excellent question. If you guys are so busy, like really busy, my advice, one blog per week and one video per week. That should be enough because you're very busy. But if you hire somebody, then of course, the more work, the better. For instance, anybody here is a real estate agent? Real estate agent. Now, if you need leads per month, what's the chance of? Right. Just give me a number. What's the chance of closing those leads? 2 or 3. Perfect. If I'm a real estate agent, if I talk to 40 customers or 40 potential leads, there's a chance I can close 2 or 3. Of course, each one of them, is a lot of money, right? If I talk to 1 lead per month, what's the chance of that? Nothing, right? Same thing on SEO. The more work, the better the result. If you right now in Thai, San Antonio had homes. You guys know what is HUD homes? The government HUD? Yeah. HUD homes. I coached my friend and now he dominates the whole YouTube. There's no other video except his. He called himself the HUD king. Okay? He came with an idea. I told him, man, that's so silly. Let's go and do it. We went to Amazon, we got a crown, and I read the thing, and like a magic wand. And I told him, Jonathan, if you do this on a weekly basis, maybe within 3 months you'll shut up. What do you want to do? How about 3 videos per week? It's up to you, man. I know you're busy. He did that. 3 videos per week. 10 hours extra. He shoots and edits. I taught him how to edit. Guess how long it took YouTube to rank all his videos when he did 3 videos per week?
2 weeks.
2 months?
2 months. A month.
1 month. And 1 week. If you go right now, just go right now on YouTube and type San Antonio HUD Homes. Not even his brand name. San Antonio HUD Homes. It's everywhere. And sometimes he sold the property and he took a picture of the family with his crown and put his blog. So I would recommend at least one if you're very busy. With the YouTube, same thing. And how would you do that? You don't have to blog every weekend. You can blog 1 weekend in a month, write 2,000 words, and schedule a list per week, right? Same thing with the videos. I know we're doing a film, we should do that. We should like a bunch of videos and put it once a week, right? That's it. And follow up and see what happens. Any questions? Those are good questions. Rest of these websites. PR Web is kind of very expensive. I don't recommend that right now. You can go to the 24/7 press release, PR Log, and 188 press release. Okay? If you want to hire a professional writer, to write a press release for you or even blogging, there are two websites I highly recommend. Not Odesk, I love Odesk, I love Elance. But those two websites is called WriterAccess.com, WriterAccess.com, and TextBroker.com. WriterAccess.com are mostly US-based writers, and TextBroker.com, they have writers from the US and everywhere else. You can pay somebody with $22 for 5-star like quality content for like 23 bucks. Really, really cheap, fortunately, but it's really good stuff. Give it a try. I know because copywriters are not that affordable. So you want to try with that and see if you can help you. Okay, press release sites. WriterAccess.com, WriterAccess.com, and TextBroker.com. That's the Access, the second one, yeah. So you have I think 5 languages, so my accent comes out kind of weird. Like I can't even say the word potato. So anyway, let's go. So you got it? Okay. And TextBroker.com. So I recommend the 188 and the 24-hour 7 press release and free sites that does free press release. I prefer that if you pay extra 20 bucks or 30 bucks because somebody manually will approve it. There's somebody that will audit and make sure that you did it correctly. And the free version, sometimes they don't look at it, it sits on the corner somewhere else. Okay? So when your website is ready, do a press release because the benefit of the press release are 3. First, you get a traffic on the press release website. Secondly, the local journalists, TV station, radio station, if they find your press release interesting, they'll call you. In fact, one of my customers, Asperger 101, the disease, Asperger 101.com, we did a press release, the next day she was on the TV. Because her title was Mom Lunches, Educators and Parents to blah blah blah. It was an interesting topic. It was interesting. That's how they got picked up. And she created, she created like 143 lists within 24 hours. Email this building. I know Brother Lenny mentioned about the Infusionsoft and system, but if you're on a budget, you can use Aweber, GetResponse, iContact, MailChimp. Greenroom is kind of the price is huge. With iContact, you can have it free for 6 months, and I think from MailChimp, you can have it free with 2,000 subscribers, but they don't have autoresponder system for free. But you can use these, because remember, we need to grab those leads, right? Local directory, like Bing, Foursquare, Yahoo directory, that's submit your website right there. The customers and these websites, they already rank anyway for search engines. And Google considers them very high value. So if you get a traffic from these sites, why not? Go ahead and do it. Any question? Social media. Before I continue with the social media, how many social media websites are out there? How many? A lot? Too many?
50.
50?
500?
Oh, you're close. Yes. 3 years ago when I checked it, it was 550. And they increase every month. Yeah. Right now, with the real estate industry, they have their own Facebook version of real estate site. Okay, so social media matters because what I like about social media, especially Twitter, then Google. In Google, consider a search engine that takes days to collect the data and give us this information. Twitter, on the other hand, is a live search. You type right now, it will show up. In fact, if you guys use Twitter, go do a search for BBN events, BBN event, and you will see the stuff that I showed in live time. Okay? Social media matters. You can get traffic from Pinterest, you can get traffic from Instagram. A lot of big corporations like Fortune 500 companies are using it. Ford been using it. They've been using Facebook. They use Instagram. They're using like Pinterest. So if big corporations are using it, why we can't do it? I mean, look at the motel, look at Hafardine, look at all these stuff that we did. It was social media. I mean, when we did some of the program a long time ago, what brought traffic was MySpace back then. Right? It was MySpace. I was like, wow, we spent all this time, let us see this like a lot of followers. That's how they went into this online marketing. So you have Facebook, you have Pinterest, how many use Pinterest? Good. Almost 95% of the demographic in Pinterest are ladies. So I'm going to sell first, makeup, food, and shoes. Go for that, okay? It will work. LinkedIn, posting for professional, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, Instagram. Again, my advice, pick one. If you're too busy, pick one, master it, and use it. And if a customer asks you why you're not in Twitter, go make another one again. Yes, please.
What do you recommend in tools that are used to submit to all of
You
the
have
social
an
media?
excellent question. What kind of tools do you use? If you use more than 5 channels, like all these, you can use Hootsuite. They have a paid version and also free version, Hootsuite. You know, like HOOT. What's the one called? TweetDeck. I don't know if they're still there. I heard that they shut down. Double check with them. There's another one called Buffer App is another one, but they have a free version and paid version. IFTTT. Completely free. IFTTT.com. The cool thing about the Buffer app is just apps for app. Buffer app. What Buffer app does that when it submits the content to you, it will do it based on the algorithm of what's happening to your social channel. So if the system is at 5 p.m. where you have all your friends are active, let's go and share right now, Buffer app will do that for you. Because you don't want to share it and don't know there's no activity. Because social media's algorithm is different than search engine. Search engine is where people are looking and finding you. In the social media, you're branding yourself, you're putting your word out there based on the engagement, based on talking, liking, sharing, commenting. Okay? And there's so many tools that you can use that to manage social media. Especially with Twitter. Twitter brings a lot of traffic. When we had the issue with the United Airlines last night, I tweeted, I think 100 people online. There were like 2-3 customer service, and I said, United, really? 2-3 customers service? What you really doing? And they responded back right away. Please send through the DM. And suddenly I went to the front, and this agent said, okay, we'll help you with another flight. That's what it works. Back in the old days, when you go to a restaurant, food sucks, I'm going to call my attorney. You don't have to do that anymore. All I have to do, I got to tweet. That's it. That's it. Because businesses that don't even use social media, they are, you know why? Social media is like a word of mouth. Even if you don't have one, they will talk about you. So when you go to Twitter, write the name of your brand and see what kind of conversation happens. Okay? There's a website called KNOW, like no, K-N-O-W, knowem.com. You go there, put your brand name, and see how many of the 550 social channels been taken under your brand name. Because social media right now is like the domain. Back in the days, when iPhone came out, somebody sold iPhone for $1 million, like iPhone.com. Some domainers, they do that. They buy your business. They see locally you're doing so good, and you don't have a website, they buy the domain for you, so they can sell it to you. And they do the same with social media. That's happened with Hafardine, right? That's what happened with Hafardine. Somebody took the Twitter. Somebody took the WordPress. Somebody took the YouTube channel. Because they knew what we were doing, and they just kept it there empty. They're doing this. So, branding marketing. Because you never know which one's going to become popular. Okay? It's called knowem.com. When it comes to social media, guys, this has to be synced in your mind. Okay? This is like, it's a must for any social platform. If I'm going to implement social media strategy in any social platform, understand two things. First, I need to provide valuable, fresh, consistent flavor. You can check that on my film. I'm going to put in one video per Friday. Every time, that group. It has to be consistent. So if you pick a blog and a video per week, make sure you're going to pick that, because consistency really matters. Once you stop, the viewership is going to decrease. But you have to provide a value. That value could be, again, we talked about information, tips, resources that will help others improve, correct? So you can add tips, how-to, video, educating them. All the content that you share on social media, 80% should be informational and has nothing to do with your business. You're just sharing stuff to benefit them. Only 10-20% is about your industry. Then create constant call to action. When you post something on Facebook, put a call to action like, click like if you agree or click share. If you post 5 times a day, 5 times in a week, 1 post a day in Facebook, call to action. Create an authentic voice, be natural. Don't speak like Shakespeare or Fusha or something like that. Okay? Nobody can understand it. Just be how you talk in the street. Make it interactive, ask questions. Use true or false. Fill a blank. What you think, do a survey. And focus on what? Nurturing the relationship. When you utilize social media, you're focusing on how can I build a relationship with my audience so they can eventually become my loyal, paid customers. Does that make sense? Then always got the SEO, how many I'm posting, how many activities I'm getting, how many sharing, what kind of stuff they like to share. Okay? And you have to do this almost like every week. Some of the resources you're going to increase your knowledge in SEO. You can go to moz.com, SEO book, Search Engine Watch, Search Engine Journal, and Search Engine Lab. These are the information that they use white hat SEO. They don't use black hat technique, like the black hat SEO forums. Google. You want to learn from these guys. Okay? That's it. Any questions?
One question about.
No.
So what do you do when you don't want to do all that?
What I do? I do a lot of stuff.
No, I'm not talking about you specifically, but I'm saying me.
Right.
That's a lot of stuff.
Right.
And that's not my strength. So what would you suggest for someone like myself in business that doesn't have to learn?
That is a very excellent question, Brother Nabil. The answer is very easy. Hire somebody that knows how to do it. Outsource to somebody that knows how to do it. Even if you outsource them, make sure you ask them these questions. Like, what is on-site SEO? What is black hat SEO? What are the techniques you are going to follow? Are you going to submit spams? Are you going to ask them a few questions that you learn from here and find out what they do? Okay, and hire them. This coming. Yes. $1 million. Yes. Yes. But at least how much it costs, a lot of it depends. I mean, any established SEO agency will not charge you less than $1,800 to $2,000. Now, small businesses cannot afford $1,800 to $2,000 a month, so that's why they have to look for something. But even if agencies, I found big agencies in San Antonio that are using black technique. Because they don't know, they have somebody else and they're not doing it. So make sure whoever you hire, they will do this monthly, they know what they're talking about. Do some research and hire them. Then make sure they send you a monthly update and tracking system to see what happens. Because once your website ranks on the first page, when they come to you, make sure they don't talk about, I will help you to be on the first search, to be on the first page of Google within, that's not going to organic. Secondly, if they keep talking about, I'm going to help you rank, you ignore them. The only time you look for people that are legit, when somebody tells you, I'm going to help you get leads. I'm going to help you get conversion. Does that make sense? Because once your website shows up on the first page, I'm going to ask you, okay, Brother Nabil, you're getting 300 hits every day. How many calls? How many sales? Nabil tells me, oh, at least I'm not getting a sale. I'm like, I'm not getting a sale. Well, you ask, ignoring the calls? Let's pick it up. Then we go back to look at his website, look at the copy, look at the design, look at the color. Maybe the color wasn't that good. Maybe from blue we need to change it to orange. You'd be surprised what color can do to people's action. Okay? But you need to hire somebody to help you with it because as you can see, it's a lot of work. Yes? It does? When I tested it, didn't work. It says I have to upgrade. I should double check. How does that work? What do you website? Brother, when I answer the question, I will be like that. If somebody comes to your website, they put their name, they put their email, MailChimp automatically say, thank you. What's your name with it? Thank you, Jonas, for taking this 2 minutes how to lose 100 weights, 100, right? And please check this email for confirmation because there's a law for spam. You can't just send email to everybody. You have to follow that law. You send the second email, you confirm, now you're going to get the ebook. Check. With eye contact, constant contact, you can use it for 60 days, you can use it for 2 months, you have to like it, then you start paying. The black hat technique, for example, we use the title tag San Antonio real estate on the homepage, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to stuff it with keywords. San Antonio real estate dash, real estate San Antonio dash, foreclosure home San Antonio dash. I'm stuffing with so many keywords because I want the search engine to grab it. That's the black. Secondly, I take a content, use an article in the software, and it makes 1,000 versions of the same blog post. And it submits to 1,000 sites. And it links back to you. That's, again, not something that you do it. Whatever I taught today, that's Google. Or the website at the end that I showed you, read from those sites. They're going to teach you all the white hat technique. You can also go to YouTube and type Matt Cutts. Matt, M-A-T-T, Cutts, C-U-T-T-S. He's the spam. He's the one where people ask him tons of questions. He does 2-minute video, explains all those questions. And just follow that. Even though Google sometimes bully, you gotta have to follow them because they are dominating the market. At the same time, don't put everything in one basket. That means utilize Bing, utilize Yahoo, utilize Ask.com. Okay, and then just Google, and the social media as well. Any more questions? You guys have to do this. If you follow those checklists, you want to do the technique, you want to get some traffic, you want to make some money, like affiliate marketing. Let's say for instance, that's a remote control car drifting point. That's the niche you picked it. You set up a WordPress page, you talk about, you make all the videos on how to play the RC cars, the cool thing about it, the benefit and whatnot. Use all the system, push some traffic, and people read it, they click, they buy it, and make some sales. Okay, any more questions, guys?
We can talk about e-commerce.
E-commerce?
There's like one side,
Mm-hmm.
then the blog side.
Yeah, well the e-commerce, I mean, if it's only a store on your own website, that's your own product. If you're going to put it to Amazon, then you're utilizing a third party. You can go to Google Shop and put your product right there. But at the end, it's best that people come to your site, so you can get the traffic to your site. E-commerce, I mean, you can use WordPress to build an e-commerce platform. You can use PrestShop, which is open source. You can use Magento, another open source for e-commerce. I'm going out of time. Above the time. Any more questions? So y'all gonna get a lot of traffic now, make a lot of money? Give me like 10%? Yes.
The presentation you had.
Yeah. I can give it to Sister Victoria because Sister Victoria had an idea where for all the Berkeley Business Network, when you become a member, you will get some of this training to go through it and whatnot. So I'll give that to you. Any question? You good?
Yeah, thank you.
So inshallah